a lot of the times, the last 5% of the work you do for something is as hard or harder than the first 95%. And I would say that we're in the portion now of the meet prep where I'm less than 2 weeks out. Including this workout, I've got 4 left, and so it's polish time. It's time to get down and make sure everything's where I need it to be. And it's also the time that I have to check my ego the most and resist the urge to just test everything and keep working up until the point when it's time to just lay it on the line. And that's something that's really a challenge for me, because as you can see, that these the sets on the bench and the sets on the squats are going to go pretty well. There's still a little bit of imbalance. This is the first time probably in about 6 or 7 months that I've taken a lift off in my bench press, and it just helps a ton. That's my buddy Justin Pence lifting off for me there, and it just makes the reps ridiculously easy compared to what it's like constantly taking your own lift offs. You forget how much that really helps. And so there's that little voice in my head that says, oh, maybe you want to try a little bit more weight, maybe you want to go a little bit faster, but this is the point where I could really just mess things up if I don't stick to my plan. And I do have a very sound plan that I believe in, and that's what it's going to take, is just committing to that. And because when I put these videos up, I look at what the title's going to be, and I see what my top sets are going to be, and how much more impressive that's going to sound. For example, if I say a 350 bench instead of a 340, or if I say a 605 squat instead of 585. But I have to check myself, because what good is that going to do at this point in the game? I'm not really going to get much more out of those little bit of extra weight, but I'm going to increase the likelihood that I could hurt myself or set myself backwards by jumping ahead when I'm this close. So in the off season, I would say it's more it's more by feel, and if you're feeling good, push a little bit more. But when I'm this close, I really want to make sure that I stick to the plan I have. And so you saw I had 340 for those bench presses. We're all paused, 5 triples there. Took me a while to get warmed up, but once I started to, it felt better. I've got 555 for 3 triples here, and still wrapping my own knees, getting better at it though. I'm wrapping them much higher, and I got a full another revolution around with them this time, so I was wrapping them much tighter, and I felt a big difference. Compared to last week, or on Saturday when I was doing the same weight for triples, I felt like every single one of these sets was superior. It's my good buddy Jason Sivich there, calling my cues for me, and I told him to stay in my grill and make sure that I was hitting them the way I need to hit them, make sure I was getting down low enough, because I definitely had some depth issues on Saturday. I did change a couple of things. I brought my stance in a little bit, and I definitely made sure that my back was tighter on these starts, and it really did help, along with wrapping more efficiently. This is Jason with a 435. He's going to be competing in the same meet that I am, and he's going to be going 165. He's right now training as a physique competitor with 3DMJ's Jeff Alberts as his coach going through, and so looking forward to him putting up a big number. He smashed 405 and buried it right before that, but I didn't get film on it. So now on to the heavy stuff. I had 585 for my 3 doubles for the bulk of my work sets here, and I felt like they moved alright, considering doing all the triples beforehand, and just how much more focus it takes when you're wrapping your own knees and your own wrists. And I made the choice again not to worry about getting people to spot, because if I need to dump it, I need to dump it, but I should not ever be missing this weight when my intended goal is a 700-pound squat at the meet in 2 weeks. So we'll see how things go. My body weight right now is as low as I hopefully will let it get, up until right before when I do my my water manipulation. This is the lowest I've been, exactly at 2:05 in the mornings. Drinking a lot of water already, so it's going to be interesting to to see how that manipulation goes right up to the week, but you know, I've committed that this is the way I want to do it, just because the people that are really finding the greatest amount of success in their weight classes are generally a bit heavier. I've always been well underweight, and so we're trying something that's a little bit different now, but it's the way I want to move towards in the future, so we'll see if everything works out according to plan. But I do trust the plan I have, so that's important. And you really do just have to put your ego away when you're at this point. It may sound cooler if I would have gone for 605 on that last set instead of 585, and it may have been cooler if I would have gone for 350 on those first round of bench press, or if I would have upped the weight here. But I'm in practice mode. Everything needs to be exactly the way that I have it planned, so I can keep going. These 3 next workouts are going to be very crucial to my success, as far as making sure that I do what I need to do, and even if it's mentally so that I am confident enough to get through them, that's going to be very important, and that's something that I'm going to be focusing on a lot. So thank you guys for watching. My next session is my last deadlift session. It will probably be the toughest one. I've got 565 for pause dead doubles. I've got a lot of bench pressing up to, I think, a 365 for a few singles, and then on my second round of deadlifts, I'm planning on hitting 640 for a 4x4, so going to be doing everything I can to make sure I'm recovered enough for that, because it's going to be definitely a grinder session, the most difficult deadlift session I've had so far, and my last one before the meet, so I really have to put everything on the line for it. But thank you guys again. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like rating. If you got something from it, go ahead and share it with your friends. Leave a comment or question below. I'd love to see those. And there's been a lot of comments lately with some things, especially relating to the wrapping and stuff, that have really benefited me a lot. So go ahead and just, if you have any suggestions, I can't guarantee that I'm actually going to use it, but it's always nice to see those. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that button. I'd love to have you along for the journey. We are in the red zone, man. There's only 3 workouts left, and then it's go time. So thanks again, and I will talk to you on Thursday. Bye.